What's up, guys? How can do 1940 here? We are back with another episode of our Let's Talk NHL series. And Ottawa, what is going on there with the goaltending? Recently, the Ottawa Senators signed college Boston University goaltender Matt O'Connor to a 3-year contract, and now today they signed Andrew Hammond to a 3-year contract extension at $1.35 million a season. And what is the goaltender situation in Ottawa? Because this season they had Craig Anderson go down with an injury. Robin Lehner, I forget whether he got injured or he just wasn't playing. I think he got injured. But then they brought up Andrew Hammond, the Hamburglar from the AHL, who didn't even have a great AHL record. He wasn't the greatest goaltender at all. And he just tore it up in the NHL. He went like 17-1-0 or 17-1-1 or something like that in the regular season. Unbelievable. Then in the playoffs, I believe it was Hammond who started, didn't do so great. And then Anderson stepped in and did great for the Senators, but they still ended up losing to Montreal. But they still have Robin Lehner, who's a young goaltender, who I thought was the goaltender of the future. And then they go out and sign O'Connor, and then they sign Hammond to an extension. I mean, what Ottawa fans, who are the goaltenders of the future for the Senators? Because I mean, Craig Anderson, it's not like he's an older goaltender that, is near retirement. He's still got a few years left in him. He's still a good goaltender. Robin Lehner, I thought, was the goaltender of the future. He's still got a long career ahead of him. Andrew Hammond, I mean, I thought, I hate to say it. I know Ottawa fans are going to get mad at me for saying it, but, I truly thought and still think that Andrew Hammond is a one-hit wonder. I think he had an unbelievable year. I think he was one of the best goaltenders in the NHL at the end of the season, at the end of the season. But I don't think it's going to continue. And to sign him for 3 years, it is only $1.35 million a year, which is good. If he is a great goaltender and he continues his success, that's a great contract. But if he doesn't, it's tradable. Trade him to a team like Edmonton, I don't know, that needs a goaltender. But I'll actually get to that in a little bit. But they also signed Matt O'Connor. And for those of you guys who don't know, he was a starting goaltender for Boston University this year. And he made it to the finals of the Frozen Four and lost to Providence University. And he had a horrible, horrible game. I mean, he let up some really bad goals. He let up one that was especially bad. If you guys haven't seen it, go check out like Boston University versus Providence championship game. You'll end up seeing the highlight. Just search like Matt O'Connor goal, and you'll see the bad goal he gave up. It was like a dump in or whatever. He went to catch it with his glove, and it's just like bounced off of his glove, fell down at his feet, and he just like backed it into the net. It was horrible. But yeah, before that, at least, he was being looked at by more than half the NHL. 16, 17 teams were looking into signing him, and that ended up dropping after that game to like 3 or 4 different teams, including like Edmonton, Ottawa, the Rangers, and another team, I think it was. I forget what other team. Oops, the audio may have just spiked up a little bit there. I accidentally clicked the adjuster there. But yeah, the thing with O'Connor was he wanted to sign with a team where he could get playing time this year, where he could either be a starter or at least a backup, get I would think 30 to 40 games played. And I think if you're looking at it that way, Ottawa is the worst place to sign if you're looking for that. I mean, now they have 4 goaltenders. I mean, somebody is going to have to go. Somebody is not going to, one of these goaltenders is not going to be a Senator next year. It's just not going to work. At least if Matt O'Connor sticks to what he said. He wanted to be at least a backup in the NHL. And based on what they have in Ottawa, he's going to be a backup in the AHL, which I don't think is going to happen. I mean, I could see him maybe being the starter in the AHL, or what I think should happen, what I think will happen, is I think Craig Anderson will be traded to a team like Edmonton or Buffalo that is in need of a goaltender, or, well, Buffalo, they have Michael Neuwirth. I'm not sure exactly whether he's supposed to be the goaltender of the future then or not. I would think he would go to a team like Edmonton. It's in the West and everything like that. They need a goaltender. So I would think Anderson is traded to a team like Edmonton. Robin Lehner steps up in the starting position and is a starting goaltender, at least splits the time with either Matt O'Connor or Andrew Hammond. Give both of those guys the chance, see which one is better. Maybe even if Hammond does better than Lehner, start him. But one of the three is going to have to be the AHL starter, and I think it's between Hammond and O'Connor. Whichever one does better at the beginning of the year, make them the starter or the backup, and then put the other one as a starter in the AHL. I think it's going to be Robin Lehner and Andrew Hammond basically splitting the games, 40-40 split pretty much during the season, and I think O'Connor will be the starter in the AHL. That's just how I think it's going to go. But we'll see. And then, like I said, Anderson, I think, will end up going to a team like Edmonton. But yeah, Ottawa fans, let me know, or even just anybody in general, let me know what you guys think Ottawa's going to do, because they now have 4 goaltenders that could possibly be, starters in the NHL. So let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.